Hi there and welcome back. Hope you're having a good week. Today's message is the 30 minutes that killed the cleaning business. This 30 minutes that killed the cleaning business is not about your selling day or how you used your time to be productive during the day. This is 30 minutes, or it can be another time, we'll talk about that in a second, but we'll talk about 30 minutes after you land an account. Here's what we're talking about. You know, you go out and you work real hard and you've been on this job and you land an account. Let's say it's 3 days a week. All right, and let's say one person's going to clean it 3 hours a night, and you price this job based on 3 hours to make, maybe it's not even much, maybe after payroll tax and wages and overhead and your profit, let's just for an example, say $100 of profit. And then what happens though is this. The time that you set for it, 3 hours, all of a sudden, let's say the lady's name is Rose. And Rose is the cleaning person that you put in there and you've scheduled her and trained her and she's doing a great job. And by the way, you're so busy because you got that job going, now you're going after other jobs. Well, Rose is spending a little bit more than 3 hours. She's spending about 3 3/4 hours. And you say, boy, Rose, you know, that's a little more than we budgeted. Can you get that down? She says, well, I can get it down, I'll try, but it's kind of hard to get it done in time. Well, it turns out that she gets it down to about 3.5 hours. It also turns out that your customer just loves having Rose there. They think she's terrific. So you put up with it a little bit longer and you say to Rose, now, is there any way you can get that down? Because from that time, I know we've just started. And she says, well, you know, maybe I'll try, but it's kind of hard to do. You get busy with other things. And you don't take the time, let's say, to go back in and retrain Rose to get that account, that job, down to the 3 hours that you had budgeted. What happens? That 30 minutes is the 30 minutes that can kill the cleaning business. Because that 30 minutes, let's say it's 3 days a week, that gets multiplied. So 3 times a week, 4.33 weeks in a month. All of a sudden, if you multiply that out, take it times your taxes and your overhead, your expenses, those little 30 minutes added up to be maybe $100. Well, that was the profit that you had set for that job. Let's take another example. Say it's 2 people. Both of them are supposed to work 3 hours a night. But in this case, both of them fell into that same habit. They're working a little bit too long and you're letting it slide. And you go from letting it slide to actually kind of accepting it, not realizing that you've eroded or lost all of your profit. That's right. What happens when you have more frequency, so whether 2 days a week, 3 days a week, 5 days a week, the more frequent the job, that little error, let's call it 30 minutes, really multiplies out. What's the other thing that really makes it multiply out? The number of people, right? So with 2 people, now all of a sudden 30 minutes a night is an hour a night. So now we have 3 hours a week, we have 12, 13 hours. We're now all of a sudden we've lost $200 a month. Maybe that's the profit on that bigger job, 6 hours a night. Maybe that was a $200 a month profit. Now we've lost it all because of 30 minutes, but 2 people. Now, this is a very natural thing, and it happened to Tony and I too. You get so busy with what you're working on that you look back at your P&Ls and you wonder, how did this happen? How are we not making money? Well, and also, you also hesitate to take action because you like Rose, the customer likes Rose, she's doing a good job. Well, that's great, but you also are there to make money. So the suggestion is, don't be a victim of the 30 minutes that killed the cleaning business. Pay attention to your accounts. I know it takes a little bit longer when you first get started to get a building going, but pretty quickly you need to kind of insert yourself in there to make sure that your account is being cleaned properly, that the customer is happy, but that also that the hours are right, very close to what you need for your budget if you hope to make the profit that you want. Hope that helps. Hope you have a great week. Until next time, remember that you can do this. You really can.